I'm sitting in a 2014 Kia Sorento. Just got dropped off. Owner said they put a few batteries in it over the years and it's continuously eating batteries, killing them, right? So they finally want to get down to the bottom of this. They said another problem the car has is this car apparently that when you're driving, it's supposed to auto lock the doors, right? And they said that function no longer works. And they noticed that on the dash, you see the light is on for door ajar. Now this car doesn't tell you which door specifically, but on the scanner here, oh, by the way, before we go to the scanner, let me say that this could be a case where we kill two birds with one stone. You gotta figure, if the car thinks a door is open, number one, of course, it's not gonna actuate the locks, right? Number two, if a door is open, it may keep a light turned on or a computer staying awake instead of going to sleep after a certain amount of time. So this very much can be a case of, if we fix this door ajar problem, we could kill two birds with one stone. Anyway, so I got the scanner here, and so here goes our driver door. You can see it says close, rear left door close, rear right close, and I couldn't find a PID that says like passenger door. The only thing I could find is assist door, so I'm assuming this assist door PID is for the passenger front door right there. So anyway, just to make sure this is live and everything is working, let's go over to the driver door switch. You can see it says close. I'm gonna go ahead and open the driver door, and as you can see, it switched over to open. I'm gonna go ahead and close it again, and it switched over to close. For the passenger door, let's open up this door. It shouldn't change because it's already reading that it's open. Ooh, that felt kind of funky, guys. And what is that? You see that? This is the first time I ever opened this door. That looks like double-sided tape or some sort of like Velcro or something. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, when I opened it right now, it didn't feel normal. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Anyway, you can see the PID says open. I'm gonna go ahead and close it, and it still says open. Alright, so let me go around that side and investigate this door a little bit more. Alright, so this is really weird. This is some sort of like a double-sided tape. I don't know what that is. Who would put that there? But look, it lines up with this big chunk of weather stripping that's missing right here. So I'm guessing whatever double-sided tape they put here has torn all of this out. Okay, and by the way, here goes the switch for the door lock, for the door open or close. So this is what tells the computer if this door has closed or not. So with the scanner right here, oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and push the button. Look at that, guys. Open, close, open, and close. So the switch works, guys. There's nothing wrong with the switch. The door just isn't making contact, and I bet you any money. And yeah, look at this. So this piece of pad does not correspond with this chunk that's missing right here. It actually corresponds with the switch. So this is an ongoing issue. Someone put this here to actually depress the switch, but guess what? You can see the dimple, how it's like pressed in right there. So over time, let me get this off of here. I'm assuming there's some sort of a hole or something behind here. This could have been done in a way better way. I don't know who did this. I guess they, did what they had to do, and they saw, oh, it's working. It's saying that the door is now closed, but that was temporary. Oh, who knows? Since it's double-sided tape, maybe they actually put like a hard piece of plastic right here, and maybe it fell off. I don't know. But let me get this off of here. So I've gone ahead and removed that adhesive. You can see it right there. I got the door closed right now, and I want to show you how close this thing is to actuating. Okay, so you can see the switch still says it's open, right? All I'm going to do is lean on the door a little bit. Look at that, close. I'm going to lean off of it, open, lean on it again, close. So where this door naturally sits, like nice and flush, everything looks good here. Where it naturally sits, it's like a millimeter away from being actuated. So what's the actual problem here? Like, why isn't it working properly? Well, if you look, first of all, you see that little chip paint? So that indicates that something hit the door right here. Some sort of damage happened. And I don't know if you guys can tell. You see how it's pushed in? That's what's going on here. So whatever hit this door is what caused that piece of metal to go in, and it's what's causing the slight difference. Alright, so I still haven't figured out a solution to this yet. I think I'm gonna have to remove the door panel and get behind from the sheet metal and try to push it back out. A little bit of PDR, who knows? But I'm looking at this and I'm like, how did this happen? There's like a sharp crease right there, a point right there, another sharp crease right here, and you can see it kind of happened right there in that corner as well. So I'm like, what causes this? And then a light bulb in my head went off, and I'm like, you know what? I've seen this before on my own personal car back in the day. The woman gets out the car, and boy, this really pissed me off. Okay, they get out their car, they leave their seatbelt hanging outside the door like that. They get out, they go to slam the door, and whack, and the car just bounces right off of it. And this, from the belt buckle, is actually what's causing the crease and the damage in the door. And you can see it would sit just like that. And guys, that's exactly what happens. I've seen it before on my own car so many times that it really just get me upset when I see someone do that to my car. And I bet you that's what's going on here. So we'll figure out something on how to get this fixed. So with the door panel kind of removed, you can see we have this giant metal plate blocking access to the inside of the door. So this is why they took the easy route out and just put some double-sided tape right there instead of trying to actually push the metal back out. This is gonna be a real pain in the butt. All right, so first of all, as you can see, I removed all of the adhesive that was there, and I just used this on my drill. It's just basically a giant eraser, and that's the whole point of this tool. It removes adhesives super easy. So got that done, and then once I got everything cleaned up, I noticed that the metal was over here like bulging out on this side, because you know, you got to figure once this gets pushed in, the metal has to go somewhere, right? So this was bulged out. So I just used a small hammer with like a rubber tip on it, as you can see. Start tapping on the sides. And guys, the door's already damaged, the paint's already cracked, you know, damage is already done basically. I'm not making anything worse, we're just trying to fix a problem. So I just came in here and started tapping on the side, and then this metal started to come back out, and it's no longer super pressed in how it was before. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put all these screws back on, because I wasn't able to get this panel anywhere near to come off to get access to the inside. But look at what we got so far. You could see the passenger door is open, right? You could see the switch says open on top. I'm just gonna go ahead and close the door normally. And if my camera would focus, you could see it says closed. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the door, and I'm gonna close the door, open and close. So it's now working as it should. No rubber or any adhesive in the way. Everything is just gonna work how it should from factory. Let me go ahead and put the door panel back together. All right, so let's go over to the battery real fast. So like I said, they've been replacing the batteries, and if you look at this battery, brand spanking new. Look how clean it is. Duralast Gold. It's an expensive battery, 700 cold cranking amps. So they drove it over here, so the alternator is working. It's been charging the battery, and the whole time I was messing with the door and looking at it, the car has been running, charging the battery. You can see we have a surface charge of 12.48 volts. Let's see what was it, 700. All right, look at this. It fails the test. Turn the light off for you guys. Fails the test, bad battery. It's only putting out 342 cold cranking amps. So even though this is a relatively new battery, another one they just put in, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, a few weeks ago, I have no idea on the details, but we could tell clearly it looks pretty new, and this battery is already spanked from the car depleting it so much. So I got all the doors closed. I hit the key fob to lock all the doors, and if we look right here on the dash, you can see there's no light turned on indicating a door ajar. So the car's happy, and it knows that all of the doors are locked and latched. If we come up here, there's a switch right here. You can see it right there, similar to the switch that's on the door. so the car knows whether the door is open or closed. And I'm just using this tool right here as a weight to press down on that switch. And if we look at my meter right here, you can see there's no juice being pulled out of this battery. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty confident that once we take it out for a test drive, once we hit like, I don't know, 5 or 10 miles per hour, all of the doors should automatically lock. Because remember, that was a customer complaint that the doors stopped locking by themselves. So I'm pretty sure that's going to work now. And of course, this battery is spanked. Even though it looks relatively new, the fact that it's been drained so much and so many times, absolutely spanked. It needs a brand new battery. But I'm pretty confident that a new battery on this thing and it's going to be a-okay. No more parasitic draw, and the doors are going to work. So let me go ahead and put that door panel back on the car, clean up my mess of tools from underneath the hood. The car's been sitting for a while, so all the tires are pretty low on air, so I'll fill up all tires real fast. So everything's all reassembled. I'm on the road. We're about to start driving. I did put air in the tires, but sometimes you have to drive the car in order to get that light to turn off. Anyway, let's put the car in drive. And there we go. So this is one of those cars that you don't even have to move. As long as you put it into drive, the doors automatically lock, which it did. And I'll show you again. I'm going to put it back into park. You can see the doors unlocked all by themselves. And if I put it into drive, there you go, they're locked. So that's already confirmed. They are working. So I think what I'm going to do, see, my initial plan was to give the car back to the owner, tell them put a new battery in it, and let me know if the parasitic draw is gone. I don't think it's the best idea, especially since they don't really need the car. The car's been sitting in their driveway for months. They said it used to belong to their son, but their son has a new car now. So I think the better way to go with this is to ask them if they could bring me a new battery. Obviously, they would have to get this one exchanged from AutoZone. And basically, I look over the car for the next week or so. I don't mind keeping the car here for days, just to make sure everything's good. So I think that's what we're going to go with this. But the oh, there goes our tire pressure light has gone out. All right, so we got a new battery for this thing. The owner just dropped it off. So she said the battery that she just exchanged at AutoZone, it's been in the car for about a year and it was still under warranty, which is a good thing because the battery is over $200. And of course they warrantied it out. So brand new battery I'm installing right now, and it should start right up. And I'm gonna come out here and check it every day. The owner agreed to leave it here for about a week. She said she's totally okay with that. They're all driving different cars, so this car is just gonna sit at her driveway. She took it home. It doesn't really matter if I keep it here. So the intentions of why she wants to get the car fixed is because she's planning on selling it, and she didn't really feel good about giving someone a car that, you know, the door locks don't work. He keeps saying door ajar, and most importantly, it kept draining the battery. So that's why she wants to get this stuff fixed so she could sell the car. All right, so I just finished up with the battery and I moved the car where I want to have it, here at the bottom of my driveway. I'll start it up to show you guys it starts. All right, starts up just fine, and no door ajar light. Everything's happy. Let me go ahead and shut it off. So owner agreed to leave it here for about a week so I could test it every day. It's about noon right now, so I'm going to come out every day around noon and just make sure it starts up. If you ask me, this is a real world torture test because we're in the middle of winter, so it's cold out here. That's tough on batteries. Number two, we're going to come out here and start it every day, so it's the starter is going to constantly pull a pretty heavy load from that battery, and we're not going to let the car run, so the alternator isn't going to be charging the battery. So it's going to be 7 days of sitting in the cold and just continuous cranking. Not continuous, but you get what I'm trying to say. Just a constant cranking without getting a charge. So if this battery could continue to start this car after a week without getting any type of top off charge from the alternator, I think this car will be good. And I don't think we have a parasitic draw on this car. I really do think it was that door ajar light that constantly stood on that was draining this battery. Here's day 2. No issues at all. Day 3. Day 4. All right, so day 5 starts right up, no issues at all. Now I did have to move the car up last night. I only moved it up like 1 car length because I had another car towed in. But guys, we're at day 5 and I'm pretty confident that if I were to give the car back to the owner at this point, she would have no issues at all. But I told her I'd keep an eye on it for 7 days. So so that's what I'm gonna do. But she said, yeah, the car wouldn't last past 3 days. It would have a dead battery. Day 6. Day 7. Starts up, no issues at all. All right, guys, so I already talked to the owner. They're gonna come pick it up today, and they're very happy with the outcome to see that the parasitic draw is basically gone. And that's pretty much it. But there is a plot twist in this video. Yes, that's right, this video was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, guys. So since they no longer have a need for this car because it's been down for so long that they got a different car, this car is actually for sale. And I have a daughter that's taking driver's ed. So, you know, the owner offered to sell it to me, and I'm thinking about it. The inside looks decent, you know, nothing great, but not horrible either. It's just 2014, and it has 143,000 miles on it. That's a lot. But in 2020, Hyundai put a brand new engine in this thing, you know, under their recall or whatever the heck going on with these cars. It's a GDI engine, and you know, I'm sure the woman would give me a pretty decent deal on it, but I don't really like these engines in these cars. With these, I believe it's a direct injected engine, and those have issues with carbon building up on the back of the valves and causing all kinds of problems. Just like my sister's Hyundai, where I had to pull the head off because I had a broken valve. The thing is, I don't want to buy this car for my daughter only for it to constantly be in my garage getting repaired. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather buy my daughter a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla, a Camry. You get what I'm saying? So let me know what your thoughts are on this car. You think it's worth getting, even though it has 143 on the body? The engine is relatively new from Hyundai. Do you think it's worth buying for a new driver, or should I just play it safe, you know, tried and true, a good old reliable Honda or a reliable Toyota? That's where I'm leaning towards, because I know if I give her a good Honda or Toyota to begin with, the car is going to treat her well, and it won't be in my garage as often, you know, as opposed to one of these Kias with this engine. So let me know what you think. All right, so the car's only been running for, I don't know, like a minute or two, and if you look at the back, you see all that smoke? I don't know if you can see this. No, it's not picking up on camera, but there's a ton of smoke coming from back there. That doesn't mean much. The car's been sitting for 7 days, but I mean, even my car, if I turn it on after sitting for a week, it would not put out that much smoke. You know, it's an engine burning oil, which these engines are known for doing. I'm going to, yeah, if you look out the rear view mirror, there's like a cloud of smoke back there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, so I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I run away from this car and just do what my gut instinct is telling me to buy a Honda or Toyota? Or do some of you think it's worth purchasing for a first-time driver? I don't know, man. My gut feeling's telling me to run away. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a short video, nothing special going on here, but I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, thanks for watching.